Elva Dolores Clark.
Where were you born?
Where you born?
In Jamaica,
Jamaica. Oh, yeah.
in the parish of Trelawney. No, Clarendon. But I grew in Trelawney.
What was it like there?
Not there.
To me, it was hard in some way, and it wasn't so hard either, because with food, because my dad usually cultivate a lot, and it's hardship with money, but not food.
When did you come to England?
In England.
In 1961, come here.
What was the journey like?
Journey.
It was good. When we come in, the plane is stop in Miami, for a few hours when we come here. And then it leave and come here. It was good.
Why did you come here?
Yeah.
Well, my mother have a lot of us, and my daddy died. And well, he had was to try and see which one could do something to help the others. I come here, and then at first it was very hard, and cold, because 62, cold. It was ever so hard and cold in 62, 63. But as time goes on, you never get used to the climate, but you have to make do with whatsoever you can, Sometimes you meet up on obstacles especially when you have children, but you try your best and do what you can. I didn't work much, because after when I have Robert,
Yes, right.
and find out that he wasn't.
Friends.
At first he was all right,
Oh,
until when he get his last injection. Then he took sick for a week, and when he feel better, he just different, just start to act different. And when I bring him to the doctor and explain to the doctor, they said, oh, nothing doesn't wrong with him. But they didn't believe what I was saying until when he started to go to school. Then now they find out what happened, you see. Then having another set of twins, it doesn't all right neither. It's rewarding sometimes, and sometimes it's very hard, because coping with three boys, it's very hard. You can't, if anything, you just can't just say, well, I want to go in town, and you just get up and go in town. Everything has to, you know, minutes or hour or timing, you know, it doesn't. But still, I have to say thanks. When you have family and they help a bit, it's really good. And going to the day centers, it helped a lot, you know. It really helped a lot. And,
When you came here, how did you feel?
You know,
well, you feel strange because you have to feel strange because you don't know what's going to, you know, take place or what's going to happen, you know, and so. And at that time, the accommodation was very hard to get, you know. If you do get a room, you have, sometimes you walk days, you know, in getting a room, you know.
What was it like when you met other black people?
black people.
It was all right when you met some of them who have the time, who could spare the time, because them time, you know, you hear only maybe weekends. You will see some of them. You live in the same building, but sometimes you only hear when they come in. And going out only most weekends sometimes. Some of them was, you know, ever so nice, you know, and still what.
How did British people treat you?
Treat you.
You sometimes you get good feedback, you know, from, and sometimes again they don't want to know. Sometimes they speak to you like you are idiots, you know. You just can't understand what they said or what they mean. Especially when they find out that you have a child that handicapped in any way. You know, you go to them and you're trying to explain, you know. If they will say, sometimes they say, oh, I just can't understand what you're talking about. Or if they said, when they're talking back to you, they said, oh, you can't understand. You know.
Have things changed?
Change.
Yes, things change. Because from the start to give colored people council houses, you know, it changed a bit, you know, it changed a lot.
Okay, you said you found it hard when you had children with disability. Did you come up against any racism from white people? Like getting them into schools, probably having treatment for them, medical treatment?
Not the medical treatment, but with the school. Because I remember when I usually send Robert to school, and sometimes he comes home with so much scrape and pinch and such like, you know. And if you go and ask what happened, no one to tell you what happened, you know. So it was a bit worrying sometimes. And you learn to fight for them, you know. You have to learn to fight for them. You see, so.
Have you been back to Jamaica since you came here?
No. My husband goes, but I never. Because we never case to go anywhere actually together. Because if he goes, I have to stop here. And when I go, you know, he stop here. I say,